हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू मैथ सॉल्यूशन। तो आज हम सीबीएसई का क्लास 10 का एक फाइनल क्लास करेंगे। ठीक है, जो जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है फुल रिवीजन करेंगे सीबीएसई क्लास 10। आई होप ये क्लास तुम लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा। जो जो कल सीबीएसई में एग्जाम दे रहे हैं उनके लिए बेस्ट ऑफ लक। क्लास 10 का जो क्लास मैथ एग्जाम है, तो आज हम सीबीएसई क्लास 10 का फाइनल रिवीजन करेंगे। जो जो चैप्टर है उनका फाइनल रिवीजन करेंगे। अगर कुछ अगर तुम लोगों को कुछ डाउट है तो बोलना, हम वो भी सॉल्व कर देंगे। व्हाट्सएप में बोल सकते हो या कमेंट में भी लिख सकते हो, हम वहाँ पर भी सॉल्व कर देंगे। ठीक है, अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगेगा तो वीडियो को लाइक करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना। जो कल सीबीएसई में आएंगे उनके रिलेटेड कुछ कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम तुम लोगों को कर देंगे अभी। ठीक है, तो देखो, तो कल सीबीएसई के क्लास 10 में टोटल कितना चैप्टर है? टोटल 15 चैप्टर्स है। हम उन सब चैप्टर का कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट सम को हम सॉल्व करेंगे। जो और तुम लोगों का अगर कुछ डाउट है तो मुझको मैसेज करना व्हाट्सएप। डाउट है तो कमेंट करना, मैं उस प्रॉब्लम का तुम लोगों का सॉल्व कर दूंगा। ओके, ठीक है, चलो। तो पहला क्वेश्चन, टू टैंकर्स contain 850 liters and 680 liters of petrol respectively. Find the maximum capacity of a container which can measure the petrol of either tanker in exact number of times. Okay, so यहाँ पे अगर मैक्सिमम ये वाट अगर रहेगा तो तुम लोग क्या करोगे? सिर्फ नॉर्मली एचसीएफ करोगे। एचसीएफ मीन्स 850 और 680 का सिर्फ एचसीएफ करोगे। वो जो आंसर होगा वही होगा तुम लोगों का आंसर। ओके, ठीक है। मैं फुल जो सब चैप्टर का ट्रिकोनोमेट्री, एप्लीकेशन ऑफ ट्रिकोनोमेट्री सब चैप्टर का कराऊंगा। तुम लोग क्लास लास्ट तक देखना, तुम लोगों को बहुत सुविधा होगा ये क्लास से। ठीक है, अच्छा, और अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगा तो कमेंट करना, हम प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर देंगे। तो देखो, टू टैंकर्स contain 850 liters and 680 liters of petrol respectively. Find the maximum capacity of a container which can measures all the petrol of either a tanker in exact number of times. Okay, तो तुम क्या करोगे? 680 और जस्ट 680 और 850 का एचसीएफ करोगे। 680 और 850 का एचसीएफ करोगे। तो ये कैसे एचसीएफ होगा? डिवाइड मेथड से भी कर सकते हो, डिवीजन मेथड से, और नॉर्मल फैक्टराइजेशन मेथड से भी कर सकते हो। डिवीजन मेथड से ज़्यादा इजी होगा। तो 680 और 850, ठीक है, डिवाइड करने से क्या होता है बोले? 680 170, और फिर से 680 से अगर डिवाइड करोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा बोलो? Therefore HCF of 680 and 850 is 170. Okay, therefore 170 will be the answers. Okay, okay, so हमारा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, so that root 3 plus root 5 whole square is an irrational number. दिस टाइप, ये टाइप का क्वेश्चन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। ये टाइप का क्वेश्चन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है बोर्ड्स के लिए। और एक टाइप का क्वेश्चन आता है, इफ रूट 3 इज एन इरेशनल नंबर देन शो दैट 5 रूट 3 प्लस 7 बाई 2 दिस इज आल्सो एन इरेशनल नंबर। ये टाइप का क्वेश्चन और ये टाइप का क्वेश्चन सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है रियल नंबर से। ठीक है, तो शो दैट रूट 3 प्लस रूट 5 होल स्क्वायर इज एन इरेशनल नंबर। ओके, तो ये कैसे करना पड़ेगा? तो रूट 3 प्लस रूट 5 उसका होल स्क्वायर। तो उसका होल स्क्वायर मतलब क्या होता है? ए प्लस बी का होल स्क्वायर क्या होता है? ए स्क्वायर प्लस 2ab प्लस बी स्क्वायर। सो रूट 5 का स्क्वायर मीन्स 5। ओके, रूट 3 का स्क्वायर 3 प्लस 2 इंटू रूट 3 इंटू रूट 5 इंटू 5 हो गया। ओके, 5 plus 3 8 plus 2 root 15. ओके, सो रूट 3 प्लस रूट 5 का होल स्क्वायर हो गया 8 प्लस 2 रूट 15. ओके, यहाँ से तुमको प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा ये एक इरेशनल नंबर है. ओके, तो क्या करोगे? ओके, देखो इसको हम लिख सकते हैं लेट. सो फर्स्ट वी प्रूव whether root 5 is rational or irrational. Okay, okay, so let root 5 be a rational root 15. Let root 15 be a rational number. Okay, then we can write root 15 as p by q, because any rational numbers can be written as p by q. Okay, so root 50 can be written as p by q, where p and q are relatively prime, where p and q are relatively prime, where p and q are relatively prime and q not equals to 0. Clear? Clear, where p and q are relatively prime and q not equals to 0. Now, now 15 equals to p square by q square. Clear? That implies we can write p square equals to 15 into q square. 15 into q square. That implies p square equals to 15q, p square by q. This is equals to 15 by q. q स्क्वायर से एक फैक्टर हम यहाँ पे ले लिया, तो p स्क्वायर बाई q दिस इज इक्वल टू 15q. ओके, देखो, तो p स्क्वायर बाई q दिस इज इक्वल टू 15q, ये फॉर्मेट में हम लेके आए. अब देखो, सिंस p एंड q आर रिलेटिवली प्राइम, therefore p square and q will also be relatively prime. सपोज एक एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, तुम लोगों को सुविधा होगा. देखो, अगर सपोज 3 एंड 5 आर रिलेटिवली प्राइम. ओके, तो अगर कोई नंबर रिलेटिवली प्राइम है तो किसी का स्क्वायर करने से, सपोज 3 स्क्वायर, so 9 और 5 दिस आल्सो बिकम्स रिलेटिवली प्राइम्स, और 3 और 5 स्क्वायर मींस 25, दिस आल्सो बिकम्स रिलेटिवली प्राइम. ओके, सो p और q अगर रिलेटिवली प्राइम होता है तो p स्क्वायर एंड q विल आल्सो बी रिलेटिवली प्राइम. अगर कोई रिलेटिवली प्राइम नंबर होता है तो 3/25, so this must be a fractions. Clear? Therefore we can write p square by q must be a fraction. Clear? So p square by q is a fraction, but q is a natural number, so 15q will be integers. So LHS become fractions, but RHS become integers. So LHS not equals to LHS equals to RHS is not satisfied here. Okay, but q is an integer, therefore 15q will be an integer. Clear? Therefore 15q will be an integers. Okay, therefore p square by q equals to 15q is not satisfied. Clear? So we assume that root 15 be a rational number. Therefore our assumption is wrong. Therefore our assumption is wrong. Clear? Therefore root 5 will be an irrational number. Okay, therefore root 5 will be an irrational number. Okay, क्लियर. तो देखो रूट 5 यहाँ से इरेशनल नंबर आया है. क्लियर. रूट 5 में रूट 15 एक इरेशनल नंबर आया. अब देखो तुमको दिखाना पड़ेगा क्या. 2 root 15 is a 8 plus 2 root 15 is an irrational number. Okay, therefore we can write, therefore 2 root 15 will be an irrational number. Why? Because a multiplied of a rational and an irrational number will always give an irrational number. Therefore 2 root 15 will be an irrational number. Therefore 8 plus 2 root 15 will be an irrational number. Okay, why this is irrational number? Because you can write here, because sum of rational and irrational, rational and irrational is an irrational. Clear? Therefore root 3 plus root 5 the whole square will be an irrational number, will be an irrational number. Okay, okay. So ये टाइप से तुमको प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा. अगर तुम ये सब लिखोगे तो कोई भी नंबर तुम्हारा डिडक्ट नहीं होगा. ठीक है. अच्छा, और एक टाइप का इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम आता है रियल नंबर से. अगर ये टाइप का प्रॉब्लम दे देता है, इफ root 5 is an irrational number, then show that two plus 7 root 5 will also an irrational number. Also be an irrational number. अगर ये टाइप का प्रॉब्लम आता है तो तुम ये टाइप का प्रॉब्लम कैसे हैंडल करोगे. ओके, तो ये टाइप का एक प्रॉब्लम इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम है. वो टाइप का एक प्रॉब्लम आ सकता है और ये टाइप का एक प्रॉब्लम भी आ सकता है. एक रूट 5 इज एन इरेशनल नंबर, देन सो दैट दिस विल बिकम्स एन इरेशनल नंबर. सो ये टाइप का प्रॉब्लम कैसे करोगे. तुम पहले कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट को एज्यूम करोगे. लेट 2 plus 7 root 5 will be a rational number. Okay, clear. So any rational number can be written as p by q. Therefore we can write 2 plus 7 root 5 equals to p by q, where p and q are relatively prime and q not equals to 0. Clear. So from here we can write that 7 root 5 this is equals to p by q minus 2. That implies 7 root 5 this is equals to p minus 2q. Okay, so from here we can write root 5 this is equals to p minus 2q by 7q. Okay, clear. So root, given that root 5 is an irrational number. Okay, so this is an irrational number, but p, since p by q is a rational number, therefore p minus 2q by 7q will always be an rational number. Therefore irrational equals to rational, this can't be possible. Okay, so you can write from here, since p by q is a rational number, therefore p minus 2q by 7q will always be a rational number. Okay, therefore root 7 will be a rational number which contradicts the fact, that root 5 is an irrational. Okay, therefore our assumption is wrong. Okay, therefore root 2 plus root 5 will be an irrational number. Okay, so देखो ये सब प्रूफ तुम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हो, लेकिन ये थोड़ा थोड़ा चीज तुमको इम्प्रूव करना पड़ेगा तुम्हारा कल के एग्जाम के लिए। ठीक है, ये चीज अगर तुम इम्प्रूव करोगे तो कल तुम लोगों का फुल मार्क्स आएगा। ठीक है, अगर वीडियो अच्छा लग रहा है तो वीडियो को शेयर करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना। ठीक है, तो देखो which contradicts the fact that root 5 is an irrational, therefore therefore 2 plus 7 root 5 will be a rational number. Okay, okay, okay. So रियल नंबर से ये टाइप का प्रॉब्लम ही आता है मेनली, बेसिकली। ओके, अच्छा, अब मैं नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम करूंगा। नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम है पॉलिनोमियल्स का। पॉलिनोमियल्स का नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial this and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, so the question says that find the zeros of the polynomial 3x square minus 2 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, so the given polynomial is 3x square minus 2. Okay, so the given polynomial is 3x square minus 2. So to yeah, let fx equals to this. Okay, so to find the zeros of a polynomial, we have to assume that fx equals to 0. From this, we have to find the values of x. Okay, so the zeros of the polynomial will be the zeros of the polynomial will be fx equals to 0. That implies we can write 3x square minus 2 equals to 0. So 3x square equals to 2. So x square equals to 2 by 3. So x is equals to plus minus 2 by 3. Okay. So the zeros of the polynomials are x equals to plus minus 2 by 3. Root 2 by 3. Okay. Now, so okay. And verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Therefore, the zeros are root 2 by 3 and another zeros are minus root 2 by 3. Okay. Now comparing the polynomial, 3x square minus 2 with what is the general form of the quadratic polynomial? The general form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. So we get a is our 3, b is our 0 and c is our minus 2. Okay. So a equals to 3, b equals to 0 and c is our minus 2. Because we have to compare this with ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. So now sum of two roots. Now find the zero and verify the relationship between. Now sum of two roots. You have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Therefore, now sum of two roots equals to one root is root 2 by 3 and other is minus 2 root 2 by 3. So this becomes equal to 0. Okay, and our b is 0. So from here we can write this is equal to minus b by a. So since b is 0, so b by a will also become 0, and this is minus b by a. So sum of two roots equals to alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a, and product of two roots, so root 2 by 3 into minus root 2 by 3. Okay, so this becomes minus 2 by 3. Okay, so equals to c by 3. From here we can write c equals to minus 2 and a equals to 3. Okay, so this is c by 3, c by a. Okay. अच्छा, अब नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में जाऊंगा. अच्छा, यहाँ पे और एक प्रॉब्लम करूंगा. अगर तुम लोगों को कोई डाउट है तो तुम लोग बोल सकते हो, यूट्यूब में भी कमेंट कर सकते हो या व्हाट्सएप में भी कमेंट कर सकते हो. ये मेरा व्हाट्सएप नंबर है. और वीडियो को लाइक एंड शेयर करना. ठीक है, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना फॉर मोर वीडियोस. ओके, कल तुम लोगों को इस टाइप का ही एग्जाम में प्रॉब्लम आएगा, और यहाँ पे सब जो जो चीज में दिक्कत होगा वही मैं तुम लोग को अभी सॉल्व कर दूंगा. ठीक है. अच्छा देखो, नेक्स्ट, ऑब्टेन ऑल द जीरोस ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल दिस इफ टू जीरोस आर +5 एंड -2. ओके, तो देखो एक जीरो है +5, two zeros are 5 and -2. Okay, therefore two roots of the polynomial will be, okay, अगर 5 और -2 है, 2 zeros, therefore two roots of the polynomial will be x -2, sorry, x -5 and another will be and x +2. okay, अगर ये एक जीरो होता है तो x माइनस वो एक फैक्टर होगा. टू रूट्स, नॉट टू रूट्स, टू फैक्टर्स ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल. क्लियर. एंड ये रिमाइंडर थे केवल डिवाइड, ये फैक्टर थ्योरम का एक थ्योरम है. ये अगर टू रूट्स होता है तो x माइनस ये एक फैक्टर होगा और x प्लस टू एक फैक्टर होगा. ओके, देयरफॉर x minus 5, if there are two factors of a polynomial, then multiply of the two factor will also becomes a factor of the polynomial. Therefore from here we can write x minus 5 into x plus 2 multiplied that will also a factor of the polynomial. That is, just multiply that x square minus 5x plus 2x, so minus 3x minus 10 will be a factor of the polynomial. Clear. Okay, so so the remaining factors will be, suppose we choose 100. Okay, so 5 and 4 are two factors. Okay, therefore 5 into 4, 20 will be factors of 100. Therefore the remaining factors are, suppose this we take 200, so 5 and 4 are two factors. So what will be the other factors? Just multiply that 5 and 4, we get 220. Therefore the other factors are, just divide 200 by 20. So 10. So other factors are the factors of 10. Clear or not? So we have to divide this by this to get the remaining factors. Okay. Okay. Therefore the remaining factors are the factors of this divide this. Okay. Now we have to divide this by any method. Long division method. Suppose, so x to the power 4 minus 17x square minus 36x minus 20. We divide it by x square minus 3x minus 10. Okay. Okay. So this is x to the power 4. So plus 0 into x cube. We arrange it as another 0 into x cube. Okay, so x square. So x square into x to the power 4. So just multiply that x square. So it becomes x to the power 4 minus 3x cube minus 10x square. Okay. Now see from what here, 3x cube minus 7x square minus 36x. Just multiply it plus 3x to get 3x cube. Okay, so 3x cube minus 9x square minus 30x. So this becomes minus 2x square minus 6x minus 20. So to make it minus 2x square, we have to multiply this by minus 2. So this becomes minus 2x square plus 6x. Sorry, it will be plus 6x minus 6x. This is plus 2x square. Minus 7 plus 9 plus 2x square. So we have to multiply it by plus 2. So this becomes 2x square minus 6x minus 20. Okay. Okay, therefore the other zeros are factor of this polynomial x square plus 3x plus 2. Clear or not? Okay. Other zeros are the factor of, not factor, other zeros are the roots of this is equals to 0. Okay, so we have to find the roots of the equation, roots of these equations. Okay, so x square plus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. From here we can write x square plus 2x plus x plus 2, this is equals to 0, just using middle term factor. So x plus 1 into x plus 2, this is equals to 0. So x is our minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, therefore the other zeros are all the other zeros, therefore other zeros are minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, so this is an important question. Okay, so the next problem, so our next problem, if the product of the zeros of this is 4. Okay, देखो, if the product of the zeros of the polynomial this is equal is 4, then find the values of a, find the sum of zeros of the polynomial also. Okay, so if the product of the zeros of the polynomial this is 4, so ax square minus 6x minus 6. If the product of the zeros of the polynomial this is 4. Okay, so product of the polynomial means c by a. So product of polynomial, product of zeros, the product of zeros will be c by a. So c is our minus 6 and a is also a. So this is equals to 4. Therefore we can write from here minus 6 by a, this is equals to 4. That implies a is equals to minus 6 by 4. So a is our minus 3 by 2. Okay. So find the values of a. So you already find the values of a. Okay. Then find the sum of all zeros of the polynomial. Then find the sum of all zeros of the polynomial. Therefore the polynomial becomes, therefore the polynomial becomes If the product of the zeros of the polynomial is 4, so product of zeros is 4 means from here we can easily find minus 3 by 2. Therefore the polynomial becomes minus 3 by 2 x square minus 6x minus 4. Okay. So find the sum of the zeros of the polynomial. Therefore sum of the zeros will be sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros means alpha plus beta. And you already know that the alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. So sum of 0 is becomes minus b by a. So minus of minus 6 by minus 3 by 2. Okay. So minus b by a. So minus of minus b by minus 3 by 2. Okay. So minus minus plus plus minus minus 6 into 2 by 3. So sum of zeros becomes minus 4. Okay. So therefore the sum of the zeros becomes minus 4. Okay. Okay. So our next problem is in the case of pair in the chapter of pair of linear equations. Okay. So basically a 5 marks question came from pair of linear equations, and a graphical problem is also came from pair of linear equations. Okay. So we have to solve the problem sum for pair of linear equations. A part of monthly postal charges is fixed. Okay. So what find the fixed charge? So let the fixed charge be x. Let the fixed charge be x. Okay. Fixed charge be x, and the remaining depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. Okay. So find the cost of the food per day. So let the cost of the food per day, this is equals to y. Okay. Okay. So the let the fixed charge be x and the cost of the food per day be y. Clear? When Swati takes food for 20 days, she has to pay rupees 13,000. So our first ATP, becomes, so when Swati takes food for 20 days, okay. So fixed charge is x. This is applicable for all. So x becomes x, and Swati takes food for 20 days. Okay. So 20 days. So the cost of food per day is y. Therefore, the cost of food for 20 days will be 20y. Clear? So our first equation is x plus 20y. First ATP according to the problem. X plus 20y. She has to pay rupees 13,000 as hostel fare. Okay. So this becomes 13,000. Okay. Mansi, who takes food for 25 days, who takes for 25 days, pays, I think this will become 13,500 as hostel charges. Okay. So our second ATP is x plus 25y. This is equal to 13,500. This is our 13,500. Okay. So from here we already get that equation. So we have to just solve these two equations to get the solutions. Okay. Just we have to solve these two equations to get the solutions. Okay. So from here we have to solve these two equations to get the solutions. Okay. So just subtract 1 and 2. So 1 becomes x plus 20y. This is equal to 13,000. And 2 becomes x plus 25y. So minus 5y. This is equal to minus 500. So y becomes, this is equal to 100. So y is our 100. Now 1 implies x plus 20 into 100. This is equals to 13,000. So x plus 2,000. This is equals to 13,000. So x is equals to 11,000. Okay. So our fixed cost is 11,000 and the cost of food per day is 100. Okay. Therefore, fixed cost equals to 11,000 and cost of food per day, this is equals to 100. Okay. So our next problem, draw the graphs of the pair of linear equations this and also find the points where the line meets the x-axis. Okay. So ये हमारा next problem से देखो, draw the graphs of the pair of equations this. So the given equations are x plus 2y, this is equals to 5, and 2x minus 3y, this is equals to minus 4. So this is our number 1 equation and this is our number 2. Okay. Also find the points where the line meets. Okay. So we have to draw the graph of these two equations. So from 1, so the solution set of so from 1 we can write x plus 2y, this is equals to 5. So x equals to 5 minus 2y. Therefore, solution set of 1 is x and y. Okay. So just put the values of y equals to 0. Okay. So you will get x, the values of x is 5. Then put the values of y equals to suppose 2, x will becomes 1. Okay. Next take the values of x as 4. So this becomes 5 minus 8 is minus 3. Okay. So you have to put these values on graph paper, but I am drawing the straight lines on the board. Okay. So solution of the set of 1 is as. So now take two lines as axis. Okay. So the given so the points are 5 comma 0. 5 comma 0 means this is a point. 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 means 1 and 2. Suppose this is another point. Minus 3 comma 4. So 1 to minus 3, 1 to 4. Okay. Suppose this is another point. Now draw a line. Okay. Suppose so this line gives us equation number 1. Okay. So now the second from 2 we can write 2x minus 3y, this is equals to minus 4. That implies 2x equals to 3y minus 4. So x is our 3y minus 4 by 2. Clear? Therefore, the solution set of 1 is, therefore, the solution set of 2 is x and y. Just put the values of y as 0. So x becomes minus 4 by 2. So this becomes minus 2. Next takes the values of, since 2 is the denominator, therefore we have to add 2 with y. Means the next value will be 2 and the next value will be 4. So if the values of y is 2, so 3 into 2, 6 minus 4, 2 by 2. So this becomes 1. If it becomes 4, so 3 4 is 12, 12 minus 4, 12 minus 4 means 8 by 2. So 8 by 2 means 4. Okay. So the points are 0 comma minus 2. So 0 comma minus 2 means 0 comma minus 2. So this is a point. The next one is 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 means already this point is given. And the another point is 4 comma 4. 4 comma 4 means these types of points are there. Okay. Now if we draw another line, okay. So this is our question, equation number 1 and this is our equation number 2. Now 1 and 2 intersect each other at 1 comma 2. Therefore the solution is 1 and 2 intersect each other at 1 and 2 intersect each other at 1 comma 2. So therefore x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 2. Okay. Therefore our solution is x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 2. Clear? अच्छा, अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो मुझको बोल सकते हो, और अगर वीडियो अच्छा रहेगा तो वीडियो को लाइक करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, वीडियो को शेयर भी करना। अगर तुम लोगों का कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो तुम कमेंट करके बोल सकते हो, हम वो प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व कर देंगे। ठीक है। सो देखो नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम, also find the points where the line meets the x-axis. Okay. So x-axis means minus, oh sorry, this is minus 2 comma 0. So minus 2 comma 0 means, and 4 comma 4 means these types of points. So the line will be like this. Okay. So this is our equation number 2. So 1 and 2 cut each other at 1 comma 2. Therefore x equals to 1 and y is our 2. Okay. Okay. So find where the line meets the x-axis. So the first line meets the x-axis at 5 comma 0 and the second line meets the x-axis at minus 2 comma 0. Okay. Okay. So our next problem. So our next problem is in from polynomial. Okay. So, sorry, not polynomial. This is from quadratic equations. If minus 5 is the root of the quadratic equation 2x square minus plus px minus 15 equals to 0, and the quadratic equation p into x square plus x plus k equals to 0 has equal roots, then find the values of k. Okay. If minus 5 is the root of the quadratic equation this, so the given equation is 2x square plus px minus 15, this is equals to 0. Okay. So minus 5 is a root of the quadratic equation. So this is our equation number 1. since -5 is a root of the equation, therefore we can put -5 in place of x. Okay, therefore since -5 is the root of the equations, therefore we can put -5 in place of x, so we easily get 5. So 25 into 50 minus 5p minus 15, this is equals to 50. So 5p is equals to 35, so p becomes 7. Okay. Therefore p becomes 7. And now the second quadratic equations, p into x square plus x plus k, this is equals to 0. This equation has equal roots, so that implies we can write 7 into x square plus x plus k equals to 0. That implies 7x square plus 7x plus k, this is equals to 0. So this equation has equal roots. Okay, so suppose this is our equation number 2. So equation 2 has equal roots. Equation 2 has equal roots. Okay, so what are the conditions of equal roots? So for conditions of equal roots are b square minus 4ac, discriminant must be equals to 0. Therefore we can write b square minus 4ac, this is equals to 0. That implies b square is equals to 4ac. So the values of b is 7. So 7 square, this is equals to 4 into 7 into k. Clear? So k is our 7 by 4. So this is the answer. Okay. So this is the answer. So k is our 7 by 4. Okay. So if -5 is the root of the quadratic equation, this, then the quadratic equation, this has equal roots, then find the values of k. So our k is equal to 7 by 4. Okay. Okay. So next problem. If the roots of the quadratic equation has equal roots, so this is an important problem. These types of problem will come tomorrow. If the roots of the equations these are equal, then prove that 2a equals to b plus c. ये टाइप का प्रॉब्लम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. देखो बोल रहा है ये टाइप, ये इक्वेशंस का अगर इक्वल रूट होगा तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, तो तुमको ये कंडीशन प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so the given equation is a minus b x square plus b minus c x plus c minus a, this is equals to 0. Okay, so this is our equation number 1. So comparing one with ax square, we are taking capital A, capital B and capital C instead of small a, small b, small c, because small a, small b, small c are given in the question. Okay, so comparing one with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, we get capital A equals to a minus b, so capital B equals to b minus c, and capital C is our c minus a. Okay, so for equal roots, what are the conditions of equal roots? For equal roots, b square minus 4ac equals to 0. That implies we can write from here b square is equals to our 4ac. Okay, so just put the values of a, b, c. So b, b minus c whole square equals to 4 into a minus b into c minus a. Okay, so this is, from this we have to prove that 2a equals to a plus a b plus c. Okay, so how we can prove this result? So b minus c whole square means b square minus 2bc plus c square. Okay, so this is equals to 4 into ac minus bc minus a square plus ab. Okay, so from here we can write, so b square minus 2bc plus c square equals to 4ac minus 4bc minus 4a square plus 4ab. Okay, so from here, so we take all the terms from the RHS to LHS. Okay, so minus 4a square, if we take minus 4a square from here to here, so it becomes plus 4a square. Okay, so 4a square plus b square plus c square. I am taking square at first. So next is minus 2bc. So if minus 4bc comes here, so minus 4 plus 4bc minus 2bc. So it becomes plus 2bc. Okay. So here 4ac. If we take 4ac from here to here, so it becomes minus 4ac. Also 4ab. If we take 4ab from here to here, so it becomes minus 4ab. This is equals to 0. Okay. Okay. So from here we can write this. This is becomes 2a whole square plus b square plus c square plus 2bc minus 2 into 2a into c minus 2 into 2a into b. Clear? Okay. So we already know the formula of a plus b plus c whole square. So what is the formula of a plus b plus c whole square? If you know the formula, then you can easily solve this problem. So a plus b plus c whole square means a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac. Okay. Okay. But in the case of a minus b minus c, so what will be the formula of a minus b minus c whole square? The formula of a minus c whole square will be a square plus b square plus c square. Okay. Square will always be positive. Then a is positive, b is negative. Therefore, this will become minus 2ab. A is positive, C is negative, so minus 2AC. Minus and minus, B is negative and C is negative. So multiplied of the two factors will be plus. So plus 2BC. So this is the formula of A minus B minus C whole square. Okay. So from here we can write that 2A minus B minus C whole square, this is equals to 0. Okay. If we expand this, so we will get this square plus this square plus this square, we already get that. Plus 2 into 2a into minus b, so plus minus minus, so it becomes minus 2 into 2ab. 2 into 2a into minus c, so it becomes minus 2ac. And minus b into minus c, so it becomes plus 2bc. Okay, so this is the formula of this. So from here we can write that implies 2a minus b minus c equals to 0. That implies 2a is our equals to b plus c. So then prove that 2a equals to b plus c. Okay, so we already proved that 2a equals to b plus c. Okay. ओके अच्छा, अगर ये वीडियो तुम लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है तो वीडियो को लाइक करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना और वीडियो को शेयर करना। और अगर तुम लोगों को कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो तुम मुझको मैसेज कर सकते हो, वो प्रॉब्लम भी हम सॉल्व कर देंगे अभी। ओके ओके, सो आवर नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम इज फ्रॉम एपी। एपी इज एन एक्साइटिंग चैप्टर्स। ओके, बिकॉज एपी से बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन आता है। क्यों इजी क्वेश्चन आता है? क्योंकि एपी क्लास 11 में है, इसलिए क्लास 10 का ईपी का क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी आता है। सो फॉर व्हाट वैल्यूज ऑफ के विल k plus 9, 2k minus 1 and 2k plus 7 are the consecutive terms of AP. So consecutive terms of AP means, so there means k plus 9, 2k minus 1 and 2k plus 7 forms an AP. Clear? Or are three terms an AP, three terms of AP forms an AP. Therefore, the basic properties of AP is, if ABC are in AP, then B minus A will become C minus B. Therefore, we can write 2k minus 1 minus k plus 9. This becomes 2k plus 7 minus 2k minus 1. Okay. So from here we have to calculate the values of k. So 2k plus 7 minus 2k plus 1. So this becomes k minus 10. This is equals to 8. So k becomes our 18. Okay. So the values of k will becomes 18. Okay. Therefore, the k. This is the answer. Now for checking, you can easily put the values of k. So first term will be 18 plus 9 means 27. Just check whether it forms an AP or not. So the first term is 27. Now if we put 18 in the second term, so this becomes 2k 36 minus 1. So this becomes 35. If we put 18 as there, so 36 plus 7, so this becomes 43. Now see that this forms an AP because here the difference is 8 and here also the difference is 8. Okay, since the common difference are same, therefore this forms an AP. Okay, so our next problem, if the pth term, qth term or rth term of the AP are a, b, c respectively, then show that a into q minus r plus b into r minus p plus c into p minus q equals to 0. Okay, so in the case of AP, if there is given nothing, then you have to assume two terms. Let the first term be first term and the common difference. So basically, first term we we assume first term A and the common difference D, but we cannot take A and B here because A, B, C are given there here. Okay, so that is why we are taking the first term as X and the common difference as Y. Okay, so Pth term means TP. So TP is our A, TQ is our TQ is our B, and TR is our C. Okay, so what is the form of TP? That imply you can write. So Tn, the value, the formula of Tn is A plus n minus 1 into D. So in case of here, we can write first term X, common difference is Y. So X plus Y minus 1 into, sorry, Y minus 1, not Y minus 1. Pth term means X plus P minus 1 into Y. So this is our A. So this is our equation number 1. So for the second case, X plus Q minus 1 into Y. So this is our B. And the third equation, X plus R minus 1 into Y. So this is our equation number 3. Okay. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. Show that A into Q minus R plus B into R minus P plus C into P minus Q, this is equals to 0. Therefore, A into Q minus R plus B into R minus P plus C into P minus Q. This is equal to 0. So we have to prove this. So you can put the values of A as x plus P minus 1 into Y. So x plus P minus 1 into Y. This into Q minus R. Okay. Plus just put the values of B as x plus Q minus 1 into Y. This into R minus P plus x plus R minus 1 into Y. Just put the values of C into P minus Q. So we have to prove that this is equals to 0. Okay. So we have to prove that this is equals to 0. Just put the values of A, B and C. Okay. So you just put the values of A, B, C. So now you are taking x common. Then this becomes Q minus R plus R minus P plus P minus Q. Okay. Plus from the next term you are taking y as common. So after taking y as common, so this becomes P minus 1 into Q minus R. Okay. Plus Q minus 1 into R minus P plus R minus 1 into P minus Q. Okay. So we can easily write that plus Q and minus Q cancel out, minus and plus are cancel out, minus Q and plus Q cancel out. So x into 0. So plus y into, we have to multiply this. So after multiplying it, we get PQ minus PR minus Q plus R. This becomes QR minus PQ minus R plus PR, minus R plus P, and the last one becomes PR minus QR minus P plus Q. Okay. So plus PQ and minus PQ cancel out, minus PR plus PR cancel out, minus Q plus Q cancel out, plus R minus R cancel out, plus QR minus QR cancel out, minus P plus Q cancel out. So x into 0 plus y into 0, that means 0. Okay. So we prove this one. Okay. Okay, so our next problem is ओके अगर तुम लोगों को कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो तुम मुझको कमेंट कर सकते हो. अगर तुम लोगों को कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. अच्छा, अब नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम देखो. अच्छा, ये है ट्रायंगल से. ट्रायंगल का एक प्रॉब्लम है. इन द गिवन फिगर DB is perpendicular to BC. DB is perpendicular to BC. So DB is perpendicular to BC. DE is perpendicular to AB. DE is perpendicular to AB. Then we have to prove that BE by DE. So BE by DE, you have to prove AC by BC. Okay. So given DB is perpendicular to BC and DE is perpendicular to AC. Okay. So this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree and this is 90 degree. Okay. So we have to prove that RTP means required to prove. So we have to prove that BE by DE. So this is equals to AC by BC. So we have to prove that BE by DE. BE by DE means you have to show angle BDE is similar to triangle ABC. Okay. So you have to show angle BDE is similar to triangle ABC. So assume this angle as theta. So take this angle as theta. Okay. So this angle becomes 90 minus theta. So if this is theta, this is 90. So this angle will also becomes 90 minus theta. Okay. So in the case of ABC triangle, so this is 90 degree, this is 90 minus theta. So this angle will becomes 180 minus 90 minus theta plus 90. So this angle also becomes theta. Okay. So from these two triangles we can easily prove that between triangle ABC and BDE, this is 90 degree, 90 degree, this is theta, this is theta, this is 90 minus theta, this is 90 minus theta. Therefore two triangles are similar to each other. Therefore using the results we can easily prove that. Okay. Okay. So we can write that in triangle ABC, so let angle DBE, this is equals to theta. Therefore angle BDE, so angle DEB, this is our 90 degree. Therefore angle BDE, this is our 180 minus theta plus 90. So this becomes 90 minus theta. Okay. So angle BDE is our 90 minus theta. Okay. Now angle ABC, this is our 90 degree. So 90 minus, this is theta. So 90 minus theta, angle ABC. So angle ACB, this is equals to 90 degree. Therefore we can write angle BAC, this is equals to 180 minus 90 minus theta plus 90. So 180 minus theta. So this becomes theta. Okay. So from here we can write between triangle ABE and triangle ABC. So between triangle ABE and ABC we can write angle ABE, this is equals to angle BAC, both are theta. Angle BDE, this is equals to angle ABC, this is our 90 minus theta, and angle BED equals to angle ACB, this is our 90 degree. Okay. So therefore three angles are equal. So by a axiom we can easily write that. हेलो सर, कोई कमेंट किया है? हेलो. So from here we can write triangle ABE. Therefore by a axiom of similarity, we can write triangle ABE is similar to triangle ABC. Clear? Okay. Therefore you already proved that similar. Therefore you take the opposite sides are proportional. To take the opposite sides you can easily omit the middle term. You will easily get the opposite side. Therefore you can write AE by BC. So BDE, you don't need to check the figure. If from here you can easily calculate that BE by AC, just remove the middle one, and for the next case it will becomes BD by AB. Okay. So the problem says that BE by DE. So BE by DE equals to AC by between triangle ABE. sorry, between triangle AB, not ABE, between triangle DBE and ABC. Between triangle DBE, this is DEB and ABC. So angle DBE. So this is DEB. This is only, this will become just DBE. That implies we can write DE by BC. Okay, DE by BC equals to, we from here we already get that, but the problem says that you have to prove that BE by DE. So BE DE from here and AC BC. So now just take the first two equalities. Therefore DE by BC is our BE by AC. So from here we can write DE by BE, this is becomes BC by AC. Clear? Now just take the inverse of this. So you will get BE by DE, this is our AC by BC. Okay? So this will prove the portion. Okay? Okay. So our next problem. So our next problems from coordinate geometry. So our next problem from coordinate geometry. So find the ratio in which y-axis divide the line segments this into this, and also find the coordinates of the point of division. Also find the coordinates of the division. Okay, find the ratio in which the line y-axis divide the line segment this. Okay, so suppose this is our coordinate axis, this is our x-axis, and this is our y-axis. So the given points are A minus 5, 6. Suppose this is minus 5, minus 6. You don't need to draw the axis. Okay, just I am checking this, and B is minus 1, minus 4. So B is minus 1, minus 4 means minus 1, minus 4 means minus 1, minus 4. Okay. So finally is in which y-axis. So y-axis divides the coordinates of the point of divisions. So the given points are. So given points are A, this is our 5, minus 6, and B, this is our minus 1, minus 4. Okay. So let P cuts AB internally in the ratio. M is to N. Okay. So let P cuts AB internally in the ratio M is to N. Okay. Therefore, coordinates of P will be. Okay, what will be the coordinates of P? M into x2 plus n into x1 by m plus n. So this is the formula. So m into x2 means m into minus 1 plus n into 5 by m plus n. Then m into y2 means m into minus 4 plus n into minus 6 by m plus n. So this is the coordinates of P. Okay. So this P lies on which axis? This P lies on y-axis. Okay. Find the ratio in which y-axis, if we join these 2 points, then it cuts y-axis. Okay. So y-axis means P cuts internally in the ratio y-axis. Since P lies on y-axis, since P lies on y-axis means its x will be 0. Clear? Is x coordinates will be 0. Therefore we can write minus m plus 5n by m plus n. This must be equals to 0. Clear or not? So from here we can easily write minus m, this is equals to minus 5n. That implies m is equals to 5n. So m by n, this is equals to 5 by 1. Therefore p cuts AB internally, therefore y axis cuts AB internally in the ratio 5 is to 1. Therefore y axis cuts AB internally in the ratio 5 is to 1. In the ratio 5 is to 1. Okay. If the ratio becomes negative, then the answer will be externally. Okay. If the ratio becomes negative, then the answer will be externally. Clear? Okay. Also find the coordinates of the find the ratio. Also find the coordinates of the point of divisions. So you have to find the coordinates of this point also. To find the coordinates, therefore p becomes minus m plus 5n. The coordinates of p is minus m plus 5n by m plus n, and this is minus 4m minus 6n by m plus n. Clear? Now just put the values of m as 5n. So if we put the values of m as 5n, so it becomes 0. So this becomes minus 4 into 5n, means minus 20n minus 6n by 5n plus n. Okay. So it becomes 0 comma minus 26n by 6n. So 0 comma minus 13 by 3. Okay. Therefore the coordinates of the point will be 0 comma minus 13 by 3. Okay. Therefore the coordinates of the point will be 0 comma minus 13 by 3. Okay. So next problem. Prove that the points forms a right angle. Also find the areas of the triangle. Right angle triangle. So the given points are A, B and C. So A is 2 comma minus 2, B is minus 2 comma 1 and C is 5 comma 2. Okay. You will get a question which states that so that these points makes an isosceles triangles or right angle isosceles triangles. Okay. Okay, to solve these types of problems you have to just find the AB, BC and AC. Okay, the length of AB will be x2 minus x1 whole square, so minus 2 minus 4 whole square, 1 minus or minus 2, 1 plus 2 whole square. So it becomes minus 4 whole square, means 16 plus 3 square means 9. So 16 plus 9 means 25. So this becomes 5. Okay. So so the length of BC will be B 5 minus or minus 2. So 5 plus 2 whole square plus 2 minus 1. So 5 plus 2 means 7 square plus 1 square. So root over 49 plus 1. So root 50. Root 50 means 5 root 2. And AC. So the length of AC is 5 minus 2 whole square plus 2 plus 2 whole square. 5 minus 2 means 3 square plus 4 square. So 9 plus 16, so 25. So this is our 5. Okay. So from here we can easily write that AB square plus AC square. So AB square plus AC square. This is equals to 5 square plus 5 square. So this is equals to 50. So this is equals to, you can write BC square. Clear? So AB square plus AC square, this is equals to BC square. Therefore ABC is a right angle triangle. Okay, so ABC is a right angle triangle in which BC is the in which BC is the hypotenuse. Okay, clear? Therefore, what will be the area of the triangle? So this is AB and sorry AB AC. So this is A. So A B C. Okay. So therefore area of the triangle will be AB, BC is hypotenuse. Okay, so area of triangle ABC will be area of ABC. So area of ABC equals to half into AB into AC. So half into 5 means 25 by 2. Okay. Okay. Our next problem. Our next problem is from trigonometry. So if cosec theta plus cot theta is equals to x, then find the values of cosec theta minus cot theta. Okay, so if cosec theta plus cot theta this is equals to x, then find the values of cosec theta minus cot theta. सर समझ नहीं आ रहा है. हेलो सर समझ नहीं आ रहा है. अच्छा ठीक है, कोशिश करो. देखो बोल रहा है इफ कोसेक थीटा plus cot theta this is equals to x, so you have to find cosec theta minus cot theta equals to question mark. Okay, so we already know a formula of cosec theta and cot theta. So the formula is cosec square theta minus cot square theta, this is equals to x. So we know that this is equals to 1. So from here we can write, so this becomes cosec theta plus cot theta into cosec theta minus cot theta, this is equals to 1. Okay, now just put the values of cosec theta plus cot theta equals to x. So this becomes x into cosec theta minus cot theta, this is equals to 1. That implies cosec theta minus cot theta, this becomes equals to 1 by x. Okay, so the values of cosec theta minus cot theta, so this becomes 1 by x. Okay. So the next question, if sine of a plus b this is equals to 1, tan of a minus b this is equals to 1 by root 3, then find the values of tan a plus cot b, then find the values of tan a plus cot b, and sec a minus cosec b. Okay, so sine of a plus b, so sine of a plus b, so this is equals to 1. So sine of a plus b means this is equals to sine 90. So from here we can easily write a plus b, this is equals to 90 degree. Okay, and tan of a minus b this is equals to 1 by root 3. So from here we can write tan of a minus b, this is equals to tan 30. Therefore a minus b this is equals to 30 degree. So a plus b equals to 90 degree and a minus b equals to 30 degree. So from here you can easily calculate the values of a and b. Then just put the values of a, tan a plus cot b, and sec a minus cos cosec b. Just put the values of a and b. Okay, so this is an easy problem. Okay. From here you can easily calculate a and b. Now just put the values of a and b, you will get the answers. Okay, I am going to the next problem. If 7 sin square a plus 3 cos square a this is equals to 1, then show that tan a equals to 1 by root 3. Okay, so 7 sin square a plus 3 cos square a. So this is equals to 4. So then you have to show that tan a equals to 1 by root 3. Okay. So from here we can write 7 sin square a plus 3 cos square a. This is equals to 4 into 1. So just put the values of 1 as sin square a plus cos square a. Clear? Okay, you can easily calculate you can easily put the values of 1 as sin square a plus cos square a. Okay, so that means 7 sin square a minus 4 sin square a. Okay, you take sin square a from here and it becomes 4 cos square a minus 3 cos square a. Clear? Taking sin square a on the LHS and cos square a on the RHS. Okay, so this becomes 3 sin square a. This is equals to cos square a. Clear? That implies sin square a by cos square a. So this is equals to 3. That implies you can write tan square a. So this is equals to our 3. So tan square a equals to 3 means we can write tan a whole square. This is our 3. That implies tan a. So tan a will be our root 3. Sorry, this becomes sin square a by cos square a. This becomes 1 by 3. 1 by 3. So tan a, this is our 1 by root 3. Okay. अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो बोल सकते हो. अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, अगर तुम लोगों का कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो तुम लोग सेंड भी कर सकते हो व्हाट्सएप में भी या यूट्यूब में भी कमेंट कर सकते हो. हम वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर देंगे. ठीक है. इसके बाद देखो नेक्स्ट प्रूफ दैट sin a plus cos a by sin a minus cos a plus sin a minus cos a by sin a plus cos a equals to 2 by 1 minus 2 sin cos square a. ये प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. तो ये प्रूफ हम कैसे करेंगे देखो. So sin a plus cos a by sin a minus cos a plus sin a minus cos a by sin a plus cos a. ठीक है. तो ये प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा. दिस इज इक्वल्स टू दिस. सो ये हम कैसे प्रूफ करेंगे. सो देखो इसको अगर हम एलसीएम कर देंगे तो क्या होगा sin a minus cos a into sin a plus cos a. Okay, so this becomes sin a plus cos a whole square plus sin a minus cos a whole square. Clear? ये एलसीएम हो जाएगा. so this into this and this into this. so what is the formula of a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square. so the formula of a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square is 2 into a square plus b square. therefore this becomes 2 into sin square a plus cos square a. so this is our x and this is our y. Okay, and the next one becomes sin square a plus b into a minus b. so a square minus b square. so it becomes sin square a minus cos square a. Okay, so sin square a plus cos square a. so this becomes 1. so it becomes 2 into 1 and sin square minus cos square a. so the proof is 2 by 1 minus 2 cos square a. so here no sin square a occurs. so we have to change sin square a by cos square a. so we already know that sin square a plus cos square a, this is our 1. so from here we can write sin square a, this is equals to 1 minus cos square a. Okay, so just put the values of sin square a as 1 minus cos square a minus cos square a. Okay, so this becomes 2 by 1 minus 2 cos square a. Okay, so so this becomes 1 minus 2 cos square a. Okay, okay, so the next one, if tan theta plus cot theta this is equals to 2, then find the values of root over tan square theta plus root over cot square theta. Okay, so tan theta plus cot theta this is equals to 2. Okay, so we have to find the values of tan square theta plus cot square theta whole root. Okay, so let tan theta equals to x, so it becomes x, and cot theta is 1 by tan theta, so 1 by x, so this is our 2. Clear? So x plus 1 by x, so this is our 2. So from here we can easily write that if x is LCM, so x square plus 1 this is equals to 2, so x square plus 1 minus 2x this is equals to 0, so it becomes x minus 1 whole square this is equals to 0, so x minus 1 is equals to 0, so from here we can write x is our 1, so x is our 1 means therefore tan theta is equals to 1, therefore cot theta is 1 by tan theta means 1 by 1, so tan theta is our 1 and cot theta is also our 1, so we have to find the values of root under tan square theta plus cot square theta. Okay, so tan theta is our 1, so tan theta means 1 square plus cot theta is also our 1, so 1 square plus 1, so 1 plus 1 means root 2, so therefore root under tan square theta plus cot square theta, so it becomes root 2. Clear? Okay, so next problem is okay, देखो अब इसका नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम, the angle of depressions of the ये application of trigonometry का प्रॉब्लम है, the angle of depressions of the top and the bottom, the angle of depressions of the top and the bottom of a 50 meter high building from the top of a tower are 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. Find the height of the tower and the horizontal distance between the tower and the building. अच्छा देखो, तो ये टाइप का प्रॉब्लम हम कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे, ये बहुत ही एक इम्पोर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम है. ठीक है, एप्लीकेशन ऑफ ट्रिगोनोमेट्री मींस हाइट एंड डिस्टेंस. हाइट एंड डिस्टेंस का प्रॉब्लम में कुछ लिखना जरूरी है, मतलब कुछ पोर्शन वो मेंशन करना जरूरी है. ठीक है, पहला वाला यहाँ पे फिगर इज मैंडेटरी, अगर कोई फिगर ड्रॉ नहीं करेगा तो उसका नंबर नहीं मिलेगा, तो फिगर ड्रॉ करना एप्लीकेशन ऑफ ट्रिगोनोमेट्री हाइट एंड डिस्टेंस में एकदम मैंडेटरी है. ओके ओके, सो द एंगल ऑफ डिप्रेशंस ऑफ द टॉप एंड द बॉटम ऑफ ए 50 मीटर हाई बिल्डिंग फ्रॉम द टॉप ऑफ ए टावर आर, सो दिस इज a tower, as let us assume that let this is a tower, okay, and this is the building. Okay, so the angles of depressions of the top and the bottom, so ये top of the building और ये है bottom of the building. Okay, so in the case of angle of depressions, okay, so you have to assume that a line, you can mark it as dotted line. Okay, because this line is invisible. Okay, so because this line is invisible, so in the case of angle of depression, so you have to always mark a dotted line. Okay, so the angle of depressions of the top and the bottom of a 50-meter high building. So this is, suppose this is the building of a 50-meter high building from the top of a tower, and this is our tower. CD is our tower. Okay, 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. So this angle is, so see the question given that the angle of depressions of the top of a tower is 45 degree. So this angle is 45 degree and this angle is 60 degree. Okay. So the alternate angles are like that. So this is 40 means this is 45 degree and this is our 60 degree. Okay, clear? So I think the figure is clear. Okay, so you have to draw the figure first. Okay, so now you have to mark these types. Let AB be the building, let AB be the building, CD be the tower. Okay, let AB be the building and CD be the tower. Okay, the angle of depressions of the top and bottom of a 50-meter high building. Okay, top of a 50-meter high building. So AB is equals to 50 meter. This is also given. Okay, from the top of the tower are 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. So if we take this as E, so given angle EC and take this ABCD EF. So given angle ECA. So ECA. So ECA equals to 45 degree equals to CAF. So ECA equals to CAF. This is our 45 degree. If this is 45, then this is also 45. Okay, clear? Alternate angles are equal. And another given that ECB, this is equal to 60 degree. ECB means England cricket board. This is equals to CBD. So this is also becomes 60 degree. So this is 60 and this also becomes 60 degree. Clear? Okay, so you have to find the height of the tower. You have to find the height of the tower means you have to find the length of CD. Okay, height of the tower and the horizontal between the tower and the building, and you have to find BD and you have to find CD. Okay, and given that AB is our 50, this is given. So this is also 50. If this is 50 meter, so this becomes also 50. Okay, assume this as X. Let BD equals to X. Okay, so therefore BD is the horizontal distance between the tower and the building. Clear? So let BD equals to X meter. Okay, so we are assuming that this is equals to X. Therefore AF is also becomes X. Clear? Okay. So in triangle ACF, so you can write this. In triangle ACF, we have to find CF. So CF by AF. So this is equals to our tan 45. This is perpendicular and this is base. Okay, so perpendicular by base means tan theta. Clear or not? So CF by AF, this is our tan 45. That implies we can write CF by AF. AF is our x. This is equals to 1. That implies CF, this is equals to x. So this is our x. Clear or not? Clear? So now in triangle BCD, so in triangle BCD, so CD by BD. So CD by BD, CD is our perpendicular and BD is our base. So perpendicular by base, this is equals to tan 60. So CD, just put the values of CD x plus 50 by BD, BD is our x. So this is equal to tan 60. Tan 60 means root 3. Clear or not? Clear? So from here we can write x plus 50, this is equals to root 3x. So root 3x minus x, this is equals to 50. So if we are taking x as common, root 3 minus 1 is equals to 50. So x becomes 50 by root 3 minus 1. Clear? So x is our root 3 minus 50 by root 3 minus 1. So this becomes 50 into, rationalize the denominator. So 50 into root 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 means 2. So 25 into root 3 plus 1. So this is our x. So this is the distance between building and the tower. Therefore the distance between building and the tower is this. Clear? Therefore the distance between building and the tower is 25 into root 3 plus 1. Clear? Therefore distance between building and tower is this one, 25 into root 3 plus 1. Okay. Now find the height of the tower. You have to find the height of the tower. Therefore x is this. Therefore height of the tower is x plus 50. Therefore height of the tower, this is our CD equals to CD. CD equals to x plus 50. Just put the values of 25 into root 3 plus 1 plus 50. So it becomes 25 plus 50, 75 plus 25 root 3. Okay. If we are taking 25 as common, so it becomes 3 plus root 3. Okay. Therefore height of the tower is this 25 into 3 plus root 3 meter, and the distance between the tower and the building is 25 into root 3 plus 1 meter. Okay. Okay. So our next problem. So our next problem is this one. A man standing on the deck of a ship which is 10 meter above the water level observes the angle of elevation of the top of the hill is 60 degree and the angle of depression of the base of the hill as 30 degree. Find the distance of the hill from the ship and the height of the hill. Okay. So this is another problem on applications of trigonometry. So suppose this is the ship and this is the hill. Okay. This is the position of the deck of the ship. Okay. So this is the horizontal distance between the ship and the hill. So a man standing on the deck of a ship. Okay, so the man standing at this point, which is 10 meter above the water level. So this length is 10 meter. Observe the hill, the angle of elevation of the top of the hill as 60 degree. So this angle is 60 degree. Okay. So this is 60 degree, and the angle of depression of the base of the hill. So the angle of depression of the base of the hills means this angle is 30 degree. Okay. So this is 60 degree and this is 30 degree. Clear or not? Okay. Find the distance between the hill and the ship and the height of the hill. So this is about 60. So AB and this is the CD. So we have to find BD and the height of the hill means CD. Okay. So let AB be the seat. AB be the let not AB be the let A be the deck of the ship. Okay. And CD be the hill. Okay. Therefore, AB will be equals to 10 meter because the deck is up to 10 meter from the water level. Therefore, AB is equals to 10 meter. Okay. Given, suppose take this as E. So given angle CAE, this is our 60 degree. So this is equal to 30 degree. So this becomes, this is also equal to 30 degree. And also given that angle EAB equals to angle ADB, this is our 30 degree. Okay. So this is our 10 meter. So this becomes also 10. So you have to find the distance of the heat from the ship, means you have to find BD, and you have to find the length of the height of CD, means CD. You have to find BD and CD. Okay, you have to find BD and CD. So how you can find BD? So let BD is equals to x meter. Let BD equals to x meter. Okay. So in triangle you have to find BD using AB. So we can write in triangle ABD. This is our base and this is our perpendicular. So BD by AB. Okay. So base by perpendicular will becomes cot. So this is equals to cot 30. Okay. So from here we can write BD. We are taking BD as x. So x by 10. This is equals to cot 30. Cot 30 means root 3. So x is our 10 root 3. Okay. Therefore the distance between the seat and the hill is 10 root 3 meter. Okay. So this is our 10 root 3 meter. So this is also 10 root 3 meter. Okay. So from here we have to calculate CE. We have to calculate CE. From here we have to calculate CE. So from here we have to calculate CE. Okay. So in triangle ACE, so in triangle ACE, CE by AE, this is our tan 60. CE is perpendicular, AE is base. So CE by AE, this is our tan 60. So CE, that implies CE by AE. AE is 10 root 3. This is tan 60 means root 3. So CE, this is equals to 10 root 3 into root 3. So CE equals to 30. So this becomes 30. Clear? Therefore, height of the hill, height of the hill, height of the hill is CD. This is equals to CE plus ED, means 30 plus 10 meter means 40 meter, and the distance between the hill and the ship is 10 root 3 meter, and distance between hill and ship is 10 root 3 meter. Okay. ओके अगर ये वीडियो तुम लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है तो वीडियो को एक बार लाइक कर देना और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, ठीक है, और वीडियो को शेयर करना। और अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो मुझको बोल सकते हो, ठीक है, मैं वो अगर तुम लोगों को कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो मैं वो प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व कर दूंगा, ठीक है, और वीडियो को शेयर करना, ठीक है। सो आवर नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम,
আমি তো এক ভাষা মডেল আর যেসব কাজের জন্য আমার ডিজাইন করা হয়েছে এটা তার মধ্যে পড়ে না।
ओके आवर नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम,
Our next problem is from circle. Okay, area related to circle. This is a problem from circle. In the given figure, PQ is a tangent at a point C. Okay, PQ is a tangent at a point C to a circle with center O. If AB is a diameter, and CAB equals to 30 degree, then find angle PCA. Okay. So in the given figure, PQ is a tangent at a point C. Okay, so PQ is a tangent at a point C with center O. If AB is a diameter, so AB is a diameter and angle CAB equals 30 degree, find angle PCA. So you have to find angle PCA. Okay, you have to find angle PCA. Okay. So PQ is a tangent. So PQ is a tangent. Okay. So we already know that the radius through the tangent is perpendicular to that tangent. So OC is radius and PQ is radius through C. Therefore we can write OC is perpendicular to PQ. That implies angle OCP. This is equals to 90 degree. Okay. So OC is a radius and this is a tangent. Therefore angle OCP. This is our 90 degree. Okay. Now in triangle AOC. Now in triangle AOC, AO is equals to OC. Clear? AO, this is equals to OC. Why? Since this is becomes the radius of same circle. Okay, so radius of same circle, so AO is equals to OC. Therefore opposite angles are equal. Therefore we can write angle ACO. This is equals to opposite of OC equals to angle OAC. Okay, so angle ACO equals to angle OAC. Clear? That implies ACO, this is equals to also 30 degree. Clear? So this angle becomes 30 degree. Clear? Radius of same circle. So angle OCP is equals to 90 degree. Therefore angle PCA. Now we can write angle OCP, this is equals to 90 degree. So OCP equals to, we can write OCA plus ACP, this is equals to 90 degree. Just put the values of OCA as 30 degree plus PCA, this is equals to 90 degree. That implies PCA equals to our 60 degree. PCA, this is equals to our 60 degree. So angle PCA is our 60 degree. Clear? So angle PCA equals to 60 degree. So the next problem, areas related to circle. In the given figure, O is the center of a circle such that diameter AB equals to 13 cm, AC equals to 12 cm, BC is joint. Find the area of the shaded region. So you have to find the area of this portion. Okay, so this portion you have to find the area of this portion. So how you can calculate this? Okay, so to solve this portion, you have to find the area of the triangle, you have to find the area of this semicircle. Now if we subtract the area of the triangle from the area of the semicircle, we can easily get the shaded portion. Okay, so in triangle ABC, AB is equals to 13 cm. So AC is equals to 12 cm. Okay, so AB is the hypotenuse. So BC square equals to, we can write AB square minus AC square, means 13 square minus 12 square. So 169 minus 144 means 25. That implies BC is our 5. So BC is our 5. Clear? Therefore, area of ABC will becomes area of ABC equals to half into base into height. So half into BC into AC. So half into 5 into AC. So AC is our 12. Clear? Centimeter square. So this becomes 30 centimeter square. Okay? Clear? So area of triangle ABC is equal to 30 centimeter square. Okay? Now radius of the semicircle is AB is equal to 13 centimeter. Therefore, radius of the semicircle, this is equal to 13 by 2 centimeter. Therefore, area of the semicircle, this is equal to pi r square, pi into 13 by 2 whole square. Okay, clear? Therefore, area of the shaded region will be, therefore area of the shaded region will be pi into 6.5 whole square minus 30 centimeter square. Okay, now just put the values of pi as 22 by 7 and you can easily calculate that. Okay, find the area of the shaded region. Okay, so I am not calculating, just you just calculate, you can easily calculate this. Just take the values of pi as 22 by 7. Okay, then you can easily calculate this. Okay, so the next problem, is from mensuration, surface area and volumes. The sum of the radius of the base and the height of a solid right circular cylinder is 37 centimeter. Okay, if the total surface area of the cylinder is 1628, if the total surface area of the cylinder is 1628 centimeter square, then find the volume of the cylinders. Use pi equals to 22 by 7. Okay, the sum of the radius of a base and a height of a right circular cylinder. So let radius of the cylinder be r centimeter, or height of the cylinder be 8 centimeter. Okay, so the sum of the radius of base and height of a right circular cylinder is 37. Therefore, sum of the radius of base and height of a cylinder, so r plus h, this is equal to 37. If the total surface area of the solid cylinder is atto, so what will be the area, total surface area of the cylinder? So total surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. Clear? So this is equals to 1628. Okay, so from here we can write ATP, this becomes, so 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. So this is equals to 1628. So if we are taking 2 pi r as common, so h plus r equals to 1628. So 2 into 22 by 7 into r into 37, this is equals to 1628. So r is equals to 1628 into 7 by 2 into 22 into 37. Clear or not? Okay. Okay, so so 2 and 1628 cancel out, so it becomes 8 1 4. If we take 2 in 11 and it becomes 407. Okay, 37 1 37 3 1 11 cancel out, so r becomes equals to 7. Okay, so this is our equation number 1. Therefore 1 implies 7 plus 8, this is equals to 37. That implies h is equals to 30. Okay, so h is our 30 and r is 7. Okay, so find the volume of the cylinder. Therefore the volume of the cylinder will be pi r square h. Clear? Therefore volume of the cylinder will be pi r square h. Pi means 22/7. R, what is the value of r? 7 square into h, 30 centimeter cube. So 27 into 7, 154. 154 into 30 means 0. 4620 centimeter cube. Clear or not? Okay. So our next problem. So our next problem is from statistics. So the problem says that determine the missing frequency x from the following data when mode is 67 and the class is given that. Okay. देखो, determine the missing frequency x from the given data when mode is 67 and this is given. So the class are given that, so this is the class. Okay, so this is class, this is frequency. Frequency means fi. Okay, so class is our 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, okay, and the last one is 80 to 90. Okay, so 40 to 50, its frequency is 5, this is x, this is 15, this is 12 and this is 7. Okay, clear? Okay, so you have to find the missing frequency. So from the given data, so what is the greatest value? So the greatest frequency is 50. Therefore we can easily assume that this is equals to f1. Okay, so this will becomes f0 and this will becomes f2. Clear or not? Clear? So the formula of mode, the mode is equals to, so mode is equals to L plus f1 minus f0 by 2 f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. So this is the formula of mode. So the mode is already given. So the mode is given that 65. Okay. So from mode is equals to this. That implies you can write 65 equals to. So what is our f1? Okay. So f1 will be our the greatest one. Okay. So you can tell me also that sir, this is given that x. So how can you assume that 15 will be the greatest one? Because the mode is 67. Okay. Therefore, the model class will be in 60 to 70. That is why I am taking 15 as f1. Okay. क्लियर? अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो बोल सकते हो. मीडियन में भी अगर कोई मिसिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी का अगर प्रॉब्लम है, सो जो आंसर गिवन होगा ना, जो आंसर मीडियन होगा, तो उसको ही तुमको n/2 पकड़ना पड़ेगा. मतलब उसको ही तुमको मीडियन क्लास पकड़ना पड़ेगा. तो उससे प्रॉब्लम इजी हो जाएगा. सो मोड इज इक्वल टू 65. सो l इज आवर 60 plus f1 is 15 minus f0 is equals to x by 2 into 15 minus x minus f2 is our 12 into h. Okay, clear? So from here into h, so h is our 10. 65 minus 5, 60 means 5 equals to 15 minus x by 30 minus x minus 12 into 10. So 5 by 10, this is equals to 15 minus x by 18 minus x. Clear? So 5 by 2 means, so 18 minus x is equals to 30 minus 2x. So 2x minus x is equals to 30 minus 18. So x is our 12. Okay. So the values of x is 12. Okay. Okay. So the next one is from probability. ठीक है. Probability में एक इम्पोर्टेंट चैप्टर है जहां से क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी आता है, क्योंकि जो चैप्टर क्लास 11 से रिलेटेड है उन चैप्टर से क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी आता है बोर्ड्स में. ठीक है, ये एक बेसिक फंडा है. सो देखो, द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम प्रोबेबिलिटीज. 20 tickets on which the numbers are 1 to 20 are written are mixed thoroughly when a ticket is drawn at random. When a ticket is drawn at random out of them, find the probability that the number of drawn ticket is a multiple of 3 or 7. Okay, so let A be the event. So let A be the event of getting a ticket which is multiple of 3 or 7. Okay, therefore the possible outcomes are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, between 20. So we are not taking more than 20. So if we start from 3, then we will end at 18. Okay, and also multiple of 7. So multiple of 7 means, is there anything exists multiple of 7? No. So then we have to assume that 7, the first multiple, the second multiple will be 14. If we can already get 14, then we will not take 14, but 14 is not given here. So the next one will be 14, and the next one will be 21 which exceeds 20. Okay, so we are taking only 2 multiple of 7 and we are taking only 3 multiples of 6. Okay, therefore n of a is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is our 8. Therefore find the probability of drawing a number multiple of 3 or 7. Therefore the required probability is P of A. So this is equals to Na by n. So Na is our 8 and n is our total 20. So 2 by 5 will be the answer. Okay. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so our next problem. Three different coins are tossed together. Find the probability of getting exactly two heads, at least two heads, at least two tails. Okay, so if three coins are tossed together, then the possible outcomes are what are the possible outcomes if three coins are tossed together? We have to draw all the possible outcomes. Okay, so then the possible outcomes are head, head, head. Okay, we are taking the first one as fixed. Suppose we are taking the first one is head, so the second one is head, 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 tail, tail, head, and head, tail, tail. Okay, so these are the possible cases if the first portion are always being head. Okay, if first portion is fixed as head, then the remaining portion will be maybe head, tail, head, 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 tail, tail, head, tail, tail. Okay, so these are the first four cases if the first cases occurs only head. Okay, now we are taking tail as the next case. Okay, so if you are taking tail, so there are possible cases that head, head, tail, head, tail, 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 head, and all the possible outcomes are tail, tail, tail. Okay, we are fixed T as the first portion, then we are interchanging head, tail, tail, head, head, head as the second two portions. So there are 8 possible outcomes are already we got all the possible outcomes. Okay, so these are the possible outcomes. Okay, so therefore capital N is our 8. So exactly two heads from here, exactly two heads. So now we write, let A be the event of, now we write, let A be the event of getting exactly two heads. Let A be the event of getting exactly two heads. Therefore, A will be equals to head, head, tail, head, tail, head. Two cases are possible, three case and exactly two head. This is one case, this is two case, this is third case, and there is no any other case. So you can easily write head as A as the sets, or you can easily write NA. This is our 3. Therefore PA is our 3 by 8. Okay. The next one, at least two heads. Let B be the event of getting at least two heads. Okay, so at least two head means we can assume this as at least two head means we can take this one. At least two heads means either two or more than two. Okay, you cannot take this one, you can take this one, you cannot take this one, you cannot take this one, you cannot take this one, means two or three heads. Okay, therefore we can write that if you are writing the sets, then you also can write the sets HHH, HHT, HTH, HTHH. Okay, therefore N of B therefore N of B, this is equals to 4, therefore P of B, this is equals to 4 by 8 means 1 by 2. So in the case of at least two tails will be same answers, 1 by 4. At least two tails means this one, this one, this one and this one. So it will also becomes 4 by 8 means 1 by 4. Okay. Okay. So the next one, two different dice are tossed together, find the probability. Okay, so this is another important questions of getting throwing a dice. Okay, so two dice are thrown together, find the probability that the product of the two numbers on the top is on the dice is 6. Okay, so let n be the event of, so n be the event of, not n, let a be the event of getting a product of the two numbers on the top of the dice is 6. Okay. Okay, therefore capital A equals to what we can write? Okay, we have to multiply the numbers on the two dice and the product will be 6. Therefore A will becomes 1 6. Okay, you can write 1 2 3 4 5 6 as this one, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 as particularly this one. Okay, so the product of two dice is 6. So 1 into 6 means 6. And the second one will be 2 into 3. Okay, third one will be 3 into 2, and the last one will be 6 into 1. Okay, so there will be no other possible cases. Therefore n of a, this is our 4. Okay, now n equals to number of all possible outcomes of tossing two dice. Okay, so what are the total possible outcomes? This is equal to 36. Clear? Therefore P of A will becomes NA by N. So this becomes 4 by 36. So this is 1 by 9. Okay. Okay. So our next problems. So this is from probabilities, and the most important problem, the card 1. Okay. So a card is drawn at random from a well shuffled deck of playing cards. Find the probability that the card drawn is a card of a spade or an ace. Okay. Okay. So let A be the event of getting a card of spade or an ace. Okay, so let A be the event of getting a card of an spade or an ace. So how many spades are there? So there are 4 sets, and each set contains 13 cards. What are the sets? What are the sets are, one is hearts, diamond, clubs and spade. So club and spade are of black colors, and hearts and diamond are of bright red colors. Okay, so 13 sets are there, 4 sets are there, and each set contains 13 cards. So either a spade or an ace. So there are ace, 4 aces are there. Okay, I am drawing some figures of the cards so that you can easily understand that. Okay, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Okay, so these are the 13 cards. Okay, so here 1 we can take as A, 11 as J, 12 as Q and 13 as K. So these are the total 13 sets of cards. Okay, so the number card starts from 2 to 10, and the first one is called S, 11th one is called J, Jack, Q, 12th one is called Q, Queen, and 13th one is called Shahrukh Khan, means King. Okay, so there are 13 cards in a set. So these sets are, suppose this is the sets of hearts. So hearts are in the color of red, and there are another sets, these are diamonds. So same colors are there, same cards are there, JQK. And the next one is from spade. This is called spade. Spade one has also these types of cards, and the remaining one is clubs. Okay, so clubs is also have the same types of card. Okay, these two cards are okay. So these two cards are red. These two are the sets of red cards. Okay, and these two cards are the black sets. Okay, so this is the black card. Okay, and these are the red cards. Okay, okay. So let A be the event of getting a spade or an ace. So spade means there are 13 spades and one ace already included between the 13 spades. So there are remaining 3 pairs more, 1, 2 and 3. So therefore n of A is our 13 plus 3, clear or not? So 16 is our n of A, clear? Therefore P of A will be Na by n. Means 16 by capital N. Capital N is our 52. So 4 by 13. Okay. A black king. So let B be the event of getting a black king. Clear? Therefore n of B, this is equals to, how many black kings are there? Only 2 black kings are there. So n of B, this is equals to 2. Therefore P of B, this is equals to n of B by n, means 2 by 52, means 1 by 26. Okay. Neither a jack nor a king. Okay. Let C be the event of getting neither a jack nor a king. Okay, so neither a jack means how many jacks are there? 4. How many kings are there? 4. So 4 plus 4, 8. 8 jack or kings are there. So this will not be included in the portions. Therefore n of C will be 52 minus 8. So this is equals to 46. Therefore P of C will be n of C by n, means 46 by 52. Clear? Either a king or a queen. Okay, so let D be the event of getting either a queen or a king. Then n of D is either a king or a queen, means n of D is equals to 8. Okay, therefore P of D will becomes ND by n, so it becomes 8 by 52. So 4 by 26, 2 by 20, 13. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay. अच्छा, अगर ये वीडियो तुम लोगों को अच्छा लगा तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, ठीक है। मैं बेसिकली क्लास 10 का क्लास नहीं लेता हूँ, 11 12 और जेई का क्लास लेता हूँ, लेकिन सीबीएसई कल तुम लोगों का एग्जाम है इसलिए मैं एक लाइव क्लास अरेंज किया। ठीक है, जितना हो सके मतलब जो जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है वो क्वेश्चन सब कर दिया। अगर तुमको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगेगा तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, वीडियो को शेयर करना, और जो जो क्लास 12 में या 11 में एडमिशन लेना चाहते हो तो मुझको व्हाट्सअप कर सकते हो। ठीक है, ओके, टेंशन करने की कोई मतलब प्रॉब्लम जरूरत नहीं है। कल एग्जाम अच्छा ही होगा और इस साल एग्जाम का क्वेश्चन अच्छा ही होगा, इजी होगा। ठीक है, ओके ओके, सो बेस्ट ऑफ लक। अगर कल तुम्हारा एग्जाम अच्छा ही होगा, एग्जाम होने के बाद तुम मुझको कमेंट करके बोलना कैसे एग्जाम हुआ है। ठीक है, बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर टुमारो। थैंक यू।